Beautiful seekers, this is Clarity 1129. Welcome and welcome back to my channel. I'm so happy to be doing this reading on time, but I don't know whether it's going to come out today because today is Sunday. It was supposed to come in the evening, but I was in a bad way in the morning. But I'm fit and fine and energetic and exuberant right now to do this reading for you. But whether it will get done soon and get all the processes that it takes for it to actually come out, whether it's going to happen in the short span of time, I do not know. So if it doesn't come on Sunday night, it will definitely come to you by Monday night, which is tomorrow, which is the 1st of June. But the aim is still to try and post it today. So before I carry on, first and foremost, happy full moon in Sagittarius. If you haven't seen my video, the last video which I posted, which was just a couple of days ago, do watch it. It just might help you out, even if it's in whatever little way it does. It's a very quick reading, so it's not a very long one, but it just might give you some insight. All right, it's about the full moon in Sagittarius, and I think it's a pick a card reading as well. Now about today's reading. When I started out on YouTube, this was the reading I was most comfortable with, and this was the reading I used to do for myself every week, and a 3-card spread every day as I began the journey. But this particular reading is very insightful. It's a clarity and guidance reading. It's just general, it's open, and everything that we see will be told to us by the cards. The first card will tell us what is it that you're going through. The second card, what can you do to tide past this current situation. 3, what lessons are you meant to learn at this time. 4, what is leaving your life. And 5, what is coming in. I'm actually feeling very happy doing this reading because I'm sure I'm going to have a pile here too, but this is very illuminating, because sometimes you don't really know what's happening. You may feel stuck, or you may feel you can't basically pinpoint what is going on in your life. But when it comes out and it's something so simple, and then you realize, oh, this was it, and then you can make those changes, and then things shift very soon. So see whether it resonates with you, and I would love to hear from you in the comments. So let me introduce you to the piles. Beautiful seekers, there are 4. Pile number 1 is Light Seers and the Selenite Palm Stone. Pile number 2 is the Star Spinner Tarot and the Clear Quartz Point. Pile number 3 is the Mystic Mondays Tarot and the Selenite Wand. And pile number 4 is the Tarot of the Curious Creatures and this Phantom Clear Quartz. All right. For those of you who are intuitive, the timestamps are waiting for you. I will see you at your pile. And for those of you whom the quick meditation helps, beautiful seekers, let's get ready. Sit with your spine erect, palms open, facing upward. When you're ready, close your eyes. Take in a deep breath. Hold. Focus between your eyebrows. Connect with your intuition, knowing it would never lead you astray. When you're ready, breathe out. Slowly open your eyes, and whichever pile you're drawn to, that is your pile. And now I will see you at your pile. Pile number 1, those of you who've chosen the Light Seers Tarot and the Selenite Wand, welcome to your reading. If there is a particular thing on your mind, you can focus upon that, and let's see whether that's what the cards also want to tell you. If not, if it still resonates, continue watching. You'll come to know from the first card If it is something that's totally alien to you and it doesn't resonate, please choose another pile. And if you're not called to, maybe this reading is not for you at this time. All right. So let's see. I will be live shuffling the tarot as well as the oracle, as you can see. Oracle cards for advice. All right. Are we ready? Pile number 1. First and foremost, I feel if you're looking for answers, of course, we're trying to take out answers for you, but maybe it will help you. If it is a home situation or a relationship situation, make sure that where you stay, where you sleep is decluttered. If you've got a lot of things which have been piling up, which you haven't, shifted for a long time, they're just there, and a whole lot of them, it'll be worth your while to shift things around, maybe do a bit of dusting, clear things up a bit. And if this is a career situation, then do the same, make sure that your workspace is absolutely clean, and you've got, if you feel things are not moving, you can even use something to cleanse the energies around with incense or sage or whatever you'd like. All right, so pile number 1, what is it? What was that card? That was the 4 of Swords in reverse. Let me first let the intention be known. Spirit, for pile number 1, what is it that they are going through right now? What can they do to tide past this situation? What can pile number 2 do? I'm sorry, why 2? What can pile number 1 do to tide past this situation? What can pile number 1 do to tide past this situation, Spirit? Pile number 1 do to tide past this situation, Spirit. Okay, what lessons this pile number 1 need to get from the situation? What lesson is this pile number 1 meant to know? What is leaving their life? What is coming in? My God, your cards are literally flying. Beautiful pile number 1. All right, and they were open, so I'm just taking that bottom deck energy is the Page of Swords. All right, and I'm going to shuffle all these cards and put them before we begin your reading. Oops, what's that? Okay. If you've not seen the intro, I was mentioning today is the full moon in Sagittarius, and happy full moon in Sagittarius to you. Today is also a blue moon, which means it's the second full moon in a single month, which is a rare thing. And I have done a reading. It's a pick a card reading, and it's a short reading. Each pile is maybe about 10 minutes, but it could be very insightful. So if you haven't seen it, maybe that would help. All right, so it's worth your while. Now let me shuffle these cards. I'm just taking out one card. Spirit, advice for pile number 1. You get failure. Bottom deck energy is death. I saw this at the bottom deck energy and it's come out. There is always enough. Oh my God, what did I tell you, beautiful pile number 1? You get frog spirit, clear out the clutter. That's exactly what I was telling you in the beginning. I just love this for you. This will change a lot of things in your life, all right? There's something for you to keep in your mind. Now let's see what the angels have for you. And for some of you, I'm hearing it's not just your home space and your physical space. For some of you, if your phones are cluttered, it's time for you to declutter it. And for some of you, if your head is full of unnecessary information, time for you to ground your energy, time for you to, pay attention to what you're consuming as far as your social media is concerned, the things that you read, whatever it is. All right, be very mindful of what you take in. And now let's see what the angels have to tell you. Success. I love, look at that. You get failure here and success here after the clutter is removed. And bottom deck energy is weight. So things are moving, things are shifting. And even if they seem bleak to you, it's all going to work out. And this is a beautiful full moon when I'm recording this, hopefully even posting it. I'm late. I was actually extremely under the weather in the morning, so I couldn't, otherwise it would definitely have come out. You are good enough. Bottom deck energy, don't let pride get in the way. Perfect. It's all come in beautifully, and now I am ready to begin. Beautiful pile number 1. What is it that you're going through right now? And you get the King of Cups. Oh wow. Okay. You feel very deeply. All right. And right now, it's either a person, a relationship, a family situation, a work situation, something that you feel very deeply about. You're emotionally connected. There is a lot you've put in there. Your energies have been poured into this particular person, situation, relationship, whatever that is. All right. However, the deeper you feel, the lesser you show. That is the King of Cups energy. You, with the Page of Swords as your bottom deck energy, what I get is, if this is a person or a relationship or whatever the situation is, wherein you feel so deeply, you're not able to convey it, but you are doing your, sort of stalking. You're finding out about this person or whatever this thing is. Behind the scenes, you are totally focused on it. You are finding out every little thing about it, but you appear nonchalant. All right. So if this is a person, you want to know everything about what this person is doing, where they are going, what they're interested in, how you can make them happy. Same thing about a family situation, what you can do to make everyone's life comfortable. If it's a work situation, you want to be 10 steps ahead. What is this person doing, that person doing? If there's someone above you, your boss, what do they like? What are their preferences? You want to know everything about everything. That makes you secure, knowing everything. But the main thing is, you want to know everything about everyone and everything and every situation. But when it comes to your own self, you don't want to let the other person know. And you just feel that if they knew you, or they knew you enough, or you were important enough, they would know. But they cannot know because you are very stoic in your demeanor. At least at this time, this is the energy. You could be a water sign, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, but you don't have to be. It's just that you're embodying this energy at this time, wherein you're feeling very deeply. You are extremely involved in whatever this is, but you don't show it. All right, this is where you are at, and you just feel that someone should understand, and maybe people around you are not. And you're just keeping it all inside. How can you tide past this situation? And you get the Fool. Oh. You've got brilliant cards. This is a 5-card spread. And you have, of course, the bottom deck energy, the 6th card. And you have 3 major arcana, the Fool, the Empress, and Chariot. And great cards as well. You're being told that if you want something, speak it out. Don't expect the other person to know. If it is a relationship, I have a feeling you have a very strong fear of failure. You feel that if it's a love situation, you feel that if you bring your feelings forward, you will be rejected. If it is a relationship, it's a familial situation or a friendship, you feel that if you actually let the other person know what you're feeling, something that's hurting you, something that's bothering you, something that you're planning to do, you will not get the kind of support or the what you're looking for or expecting. You will just be disappointed. So you'd rather not say. Same way at work, maybe there is something you want, maybe there's a project, maybe you want to head that project, but you don't want to go and, ask someone or show your interest in that particular thing. You feel that if you actually go and put yourself out there, say that you're interested in it, and then you're bypassed, it would be too much of a blow to stomach. And you're being told that, I understand that a mistake is only an opportunity to learn. But in this case, I feel that you need to be okay with rejection. The thing is that if someone rejects what you are very, invested in, you really want something badly and you put it out there, and it's very difficult for you to put it out there, though the other person doesn't understand how difficult or what a big struggle it is for you to say it. But if the other person says no, for whatever reason, don't take it personally, even if it's a relationship. All right, you have to put yourself out there. That is a risk you have to take. And you're supposed to be okay with the rejection, because that is maturity. Everything can't be exactly the way you want it. All right, maybe it will over a period of time. Maybe something that gives you rejection, they often say every rejection that you face is actually God's protection. Maybe that person, that thing, that job was not meant for you at that time. But you will never know unless you put yourself out there. And this is what you're being told to do right now. Put yourself out there. All right? And when you do that, you will be, this new beginning that you want, whatever, it's a leap of faith you have to take. That is the only way you can tide past this, is to take that risk, trusting in yourself and trusting in the universe. All right? Trusting that whether the outcome is what you have imagined or not, what is going to happen is only for your highest good. And when you do that, what happens? This is the lesson you're learning, the Empress. To know that another situation doesn't control who you are. You are the Empress, irrespective of your gender, irrespective of the outcome of whatever it is that you want. Once you start trusting in yourself and the universe, you become this powerful Empress who is who embodies all the four queens, who is very fertile in physical reality, whether it comes to her coin, whether it comes to love, whether it comes to abundance of any kind, clarity of thinking, passion, creativity, everything. She doesn't chase after anything. It just comes to her because she believes in herself and in the universe. She's completely aligned. So if you want something, first and foremost, where you have to go and take that initiative, you've got to do it. You've got to take that leap of faith. So right now, whatever is happening is just to teach you to get out of your comfort zone. All right? Get out of your comfort zone. You may feel that you will be rejected, and that feeling comes because you don't feel you're good enough. You need to work on your self-worth, your self-confidence, knowing that you are enough exactly the way you are right now, in this moment, and the next, and the next. You are worthy exactly the way you are. Once you believe this, then you will not have to put this false pretense of arrogance. A lot of people who come across as arrogant are people who are actually extremely scared of failure. The arrogance is just a facade to try and hide the fear they have of rejection, of failure, of being laughed at. And this is exactly what you're told. If you work on your self-worth and put yourself out there, knowing that there is nothing as failure. Failure is when you don't try and you stay stuck. If you try and you have a rejection, doesn't matter, you get another opportunity. But not trying and staying stuck and feeling terrible will not lead to growth. Failure will lead to growth faster than doing nothing ever will. All right? And maybe in the past you have put yourself out there. Obviously, this fear of not putting yourself out there or fear of failure doesn't come just like that. It comes because of an experience in the past which you're not able to learn from and move forward. You're carrying the rejection along with you. So now you don't even put yourself out there. But what you're being told is that I'm learning that endings are merely beginnings. So if one thing didn't work out and you put yourself out there, there's no guarantee that that's going to work out, but there's no telling you that it's not going to work out either. So if you can think negatively, how about trying thinking positively? And if you get rejected a second time, doesn't matter. There's a third time. Who's putting, that you have only 5 chances or 3 chances? You have limitless chances. It's all in your hands. It's your resilience. How fast can you get back up? All right, and this is what you're being told. You are this abundant being in an abundant universe. You've got it all, but you've got to take a chance. You've got to put yourself out there. All right, what is leaving your life? And I love this. That's why I smiled when I opened this card, because these 3 cards are already opened out. This is in the position of what's leaving your life. And then when I opened this, I felt, it just feels so beautiful. You're getting out of this energy of not speaking your truth, because this is what's leaving you. 4 of Pentacles is someone who's got their cards close to their chest. They don't want to tell anyone anything. And this is who you are. A lot of depth of emotions, a lot of feelings, wanting something so much, but pretending not to show it. This energy is leaving your life. You are going to take that leap of faith. You are going to put yourself out there. And guess what's going to happen? Beautiful Chariot. You put yourself out there, and believe it or not, pile number 1. Look, I didn't even think when I was putting it down here. Chariot. You get to move forward fast, beautifully, with intention, and you have tremendous success. All right. The reason that you are not putting yourself forward, that you keep waiting, is because you don't think you're good enough. And you need to work on this. All right. Just remember the rejection in the past, and even in the future, maybe this particular thing will work out brilliantly. The next thing you might get rejected. But that is life. No one gets all tick marks all the time. And you should be able to be okay with that. And that will happen only when you have a good relationship with yourself, knowing that no matter what life offers you, no matter how life turns out, as long as you're standing by your side and you believe in yourself, nothing else matters. And as long as you are ready to get up and get moving again, you are never a failure. And this is something you need to know. And you need to repeat to yourself. But for things to get moving, maybe for you to think clearly, see things clearly, you need to first get the physical clutter from your living space, from your workplace, whatever it is that you're concentrating on, as well as your telephone. This is what I'm getting very strongly. Every time I tell you this, the mobile phone comes in front of me. So maybe you've got a lot of, you might be seeing things and then saving things, a lot of things that you'll save. This might help you, this might help you. And you may not be going back to it, but there's a lot of clutter. So you need to, or maybe you're the kind of person who's invested in something, you click a million pictures and you don't delete them. It's time for you to do that. Declutter everything that's possible, around you that you've collected unnecessarily. Okay? And things will start moving. You start seeing things clearly. Now, the last thing I want to say before I close out this reading is nothing ventured, nothing gained. You've got to take that risk. That leap of faith is important. Once you work on yourself, all these fears, it's not that the fears won't come. They will come, but you will put it past you. This is right in the center of your reading. The Empress. This is you, irrespective of your gender. Believe in this. All right? And when you do that, you'll be able to express yourself, take that risk, move forward, and get that tremendous success that's waiting to happen. This is the full moon in Sagittarius. You learn from your past mistakes, but you go, Sagittarius energy is one of absolute freedom, total positivity, wanting to go ahead, move ahead. It is, there's no, everyone has fear, but they are willing to put themselves out there. Take everything as an experience, not as a judgment. And that will change the game for you. I am sending you so much love and light. Pile number 1. Take care and just do this. Pile number 2, those of you who've chosen the Star Spinner Tarot or this beautiful clear quartz point, welcome to your reading. Maybe you also need to declutter because you want truth. You want clarity in a situation. And that's what we hope to give you today, because this is a clarity and guidance reading, pile number 2. And this is one reading which I would do every single day when I started out for myself, and I would do it very often on the channel. And now it's been a very long time since I've done it actually. And I hope it gives you the clarity that you need. All right? So beautiful. And I feel, just by the way, from the first pile I've changed to the second pile, my energies, I just feel you're very matter of fact. You may not, people might see you as someone who just comes and just says it as it is and then moves on. You don't ask after people, how are you and how is the family and everything. And it's not that you're not interested. You're one of the kindest people, possibly. I get very strong air sign energy from you. But you do not, you just focus on the issue at hand. And right now you've come to this reading to just know, I feel more than anyone else, you will be the kind who will listen to the first card, and if it doesn't ring through, you're just going to drop this, all right? And either choose another pile, or which is what you're supposed to do, or choose another reading. But you're very clear. You will not waste another moment trying to look at card number 2. No, you will know then and there. You're that kind of a person. And that's beautiful. So I really hope you get the clarity that you need. So let's see. Spirit, for pile number 2, what is it that they're going through right now? How can they tide past this situation? What lessons are they being taught at this time? You get 2 cards here, okay. What is leaving their life? What is coming in? Okay, what's coming in? Bottom deck energy is the... Wow, I need my glasses. 2 of Wands. I happen to look at the card below that, and you get the Lovers as well. So I think I don't know, I'm not seeing the cards yet, but I have a feeling it's got to do with a choice that you've got to make. But we'll see. Because the 2 of Wands is also choice, and the Lovers, once upon a time, was also known as the choice card. I'm going to lay down all your cards before we begin the reading, all right? All right, show the world the real you. Full moon in Aquarius. Bottom deck energy, meditate and contemplate. All right. What do the angels have to say? Yes, so if there's something on your mind, the angels are giving you the green flag. Bottom deck and bottom deck energy is this card which says get more information. So they're saying whatever it is that you want to do is a big thumbs up from their side, but you need to know a little more before you venture ahead. I also feel you are impatient. Is it always, or is it just for this particular thing? I don't know. But I just getting this feeling of wanting to hurry up with this group, which I didn't feel with the last. This was also there for the last pile. There is always enough. Maybe this is something you need to know. Transformation is beautiful, okay? And with that, watch and wait. And I said you people are not patient enough, but maybe you need to wait a while. All right, and I just remembered for the last pile, I didn't call out the numbers. Number 8, 11 or 2 could be significant for you. And look at that. I don't know why I'm feeling like looking at the next card for you. Owl Spirit, you see clearly now. That's what you've come for. I feel very strong air element here. And the first pile was very strong water. Surrender. I can release my need to control. And I have a feeling a lot of you don't like to hear that. And then you get trust. I accept that my inner voice will always guide me correctly. Oh, I love this for you. All right, beautiful. Pile number 2. Let us begin. What is happening in your life right now? And you get the King of Swords. What did I say? Strong air sign energy. The last pile I said was water. They got the King of Cups. And look at you. You want complete clarity in a situation. You want to know everything. And maybe you know quite a bit of it, but you still feel there's more to know. With this, I accept that my inner voice will always guide me correctly. Maybe you've got a hunch that everyone's saying this is the whole truth, but there is something more. And I have a feeling there's a decision that you have to make. And you do not want to make an incorrect decision. So you want to check, double check, do everything before you make that decision. And you want the clarity as of yesterday. It isn't coming to you. So how can you tide past the situation? And you get the 2 of Wands, King of Wands, Knight of Wands. What is this like? You get the King of Wands. Wow. All right. Now see, the King of Swords, though most people describe the King of Swords as someone who is cold, and as cold as the King of Swords is, that's how warm the King of Wands is. And the King of Swords does not follow other people's rules. They march to the beat of their own drum. And they're able to do so because they see things very clearly. And right now, why you're upset is because you don't see things very clearly. And the way to tide past this is to bring in emotion, bring in passion. Do not just stick with logic. With this trust card here, which says, I accept that my inner voice will always guide me correctly. When you bring your heart and emotion into this decision making, you will be able to make, see things clearly. Logically, whatever you can see, maybe 90%. But that crucial 10% might come to you from your intuition. And that will come when you let your emotions in, when you follow your gut feeling, when you just don't follow what is black and white. You're looking from all angles. Now, one angle is blocked, which is why you come here to the reading. But that bit you may not get. Now, even when your intuition guides you, your intuition will give you only that much that you need to know at this point. It's not going to tell you everything. And that's how life is. You don't get guaranteed 100% knowledge on everything and everything that you're about to do. There has to be an element of risk. All right? And in the last pile also, there was this whole thing about taking a leap of faith. But in your case, I feel this decision might affect a lot of people. For some of you, you may be, if this is a career situation, or even if it's a family situation, I feel you may be the head of the family, or you are a boss in whichever company that you are, or even if it's not a big thing, there are people under you and you feel responsible for them, and you feel that this decision of yours will impact them. So that Libra tendency, to want to not make a wrong decision, and you're being so logical about it, you're just going to feel miserable if you've not made the right decision. And you're being told to make this decision from a place of authenticity. And the way to get out of this is to bring some emotion and warmth. Let your heart be in this decision too, not just your mind. You have a beautiful mind, no one is taking that away from you. But when you add your heart to your mind decisions, you get another dimension. All right? And this is going to be beautiful for you. And this will help maximum people. And you will be so happy at the end of the day. And maybe this is going to be the beginning of your transformation from being a complete logical person to some, look at that. Look at that. These are the last two zodiac signs, from Aries to Pisces. The last two are Aquarius and Pisces. All the zodiac signs from Aries right up till right up till Libra are zodiac signs which are steeped in material reality. Scorpio is the transformation, all right? And thereafter, from Sagittarius right up till Pisces, it's more of the spiritual realm. And the most spiritual is the last one, which is Pisces. The one before that is Aquarius. Aquarius is seen for the beautiful mind, and Pisces is the ultimate in intuition. And you are going from this energy into this energy. You're not being told to leave this energy, you're being told to mix these two. All right? And this will come with meditation. So if you don't practice meditation, it'll be worth your while to do that. And surrender to the universe. Whatever you do, however intuitive you are, however connected you are, however logical you are, you will not get all the answers. Some things the universe will let you know only on a need to know basis. If you are the head of a family or head of a company, you yourself might be doing that to those below you. That right at this time, knowing everything will not help you. You just need to know this much. That's exactly what the universe is doing with you, but that you don't like. But you need to have that surrender. What lessons are you meant to learn at this time? And you get the Hermit. Oh my God, beautiful. I feel this reading is screaming for you too. This is the Page of Swords. Yes, you have been in this energy of trying to find out the answers from everywhere. This is again there in the last pile, all right? But it was their bottom deck energy. You are being told to let go of this energy of trying to get your answers from outside, but take time out to meditate. This is Virgo energy, the Hermit. Withdraw from everyone else. Stop looking for answers outside of yourself, because from outside, whatever you could gain, you have already got with this energy of yours, irrespective of your sign, all right? This is the energy that you are embodying at this time, the King of Swords. But you need to go away from everyone and connect with your inner guidance. Meditate if you have to. Logically, you're sound, but you need that extra something to make that decision, and that will come from within. And then whatever 5% is left, you've got to surrender and trust the universe. And that's the only way. Pile number 2. All right? What is leaving your life? And you get the 4 of Swords in reverse. You've been taking a long while to make this decision. Remember, I told you the Lovers was the bottom deck energy. You've got the 2 of Wands. There's a decision that has to be made. You don't want to make a mistake. You feel very responsible for everybody. But there's only so much time you can take dilly-dallying and not making the decision. The time is up. Your time to just keep resting is over. You've got to make this decision and just believe. What is coming into your life? Look at that. Oh my God, I love this for you. You get the 9 of Cups. total emotional fulfillment, pile number 2. This is so beautiful. You are going to transform. The way you look at life is going to transform when you let that heart factor, that intuitive factor come into your life. You are extremely logical, very intelligent, very fair, just people. All right. And your research, maybe no one can match you as far as research is concerned. But now it's time to dig deep. Be your authentic self with this Aquarius here, and try and connect with your inner knowing, which is connected to source, which is connected to the universe. And oh God, your life is going to transform so beautifully. And will you make the right decision? A huge yes. And get more information is no longer from outside, but it is from within you. All right? This, absolutely no doubt about this reading. You have to make a decision. If this is not you, this is not your pile. You've got to make a decision. You've got all the answers from what you can get with your logic. That other extra bit that you need, you will get from within when you withdraw from everyone, connect with your inner self, be your authentic self, let your heart in. All right? Along with justness and fairness, also have that heart factor of being warm, of, the difference between the King of Swords and the King of Wands is both are visionaries. One is very logical. They don't show their emotions because they feel emotions, might blur reality. But the King of Wands is all heart, very generous. And both make mistakes. It's not that if you're a king, you won't make mistakes. You're not God, you're just kings, right? But this is people are able to connect more with the King of Wands because there is that heart factor. And people tend to stay away from the King of Swords because they feel that wall there. And you're not being told to change who you are. You're just being told to let people see you, the authentic you. Let that little vulnerability show. And most importantly, connect with your inner guidance. Don't shut out your emotions. Don't shut out your intuition, pile number 2. It's going to be a game changer for you. Just look at that. Make that decision. Don't fear it. You will never go wrong. I mean, you will not intentionally go and hurt people. That's not you. You've already done enough research that even if you don't tap in, you can't really go you can't really go wrong by so much. Yet, if you connect with your intuition, you are going to be so fulfilled. This is wish fulfillment. All right? So trust in the universe, trust in yourself, and learn to surrender. But before that, learn to connect with your intuition. Sending you so much love and light. Bye-bye. Pile number 3, those of you who've chosen the Mystic Mondays Tarot or this beautiful selenite wand, welcome to your reading. I hope you're all doing well. What is it that you need to know? For you, I feel, pile number 1 also had the selenite palm stone, and I felt decluttering was very important for them. And in your case, I feel you already are the kind of people who declutter. From time to time, you make sure that your spaces are clean and you change the energy of the place. I feel you already do that. But I just feel that at some point, you just get focused onto one thing, and for some of you, when you get focused on cleaning one thing, you let everything else go. And for some of you, I feel you do a little bit of everything, and then it's not that you don't do the work, you do the work, but somewhere down the line, it doesn't still give you that. Your physical spaces are not so clear, and your mental spaces are not so clear. And for some of you, your thinking starts getting muddled, the more clear you try to, for example, there is something you want an answer for. And then you start thinking, you just try and, shut down all the other thoughts and focus on that one thought. And as you're moving forward, you start getting clarity. And then you overthink. And then it all goes for a toss. And now you don't know what is right and what is wrong, and it's a muddled mess. But you start off correctly. It's just that as you start moving forward, and I feel that's because for some of you, you may be consuming a lot of information. Maybe you like to read a lot. Maybe you like to watch the news a lot. I saw the Judgment card there. That's very powerful. Maybe for some of you, you're going through a spiritual awakening at this time, or you're about to. Let's see what's coming. Let's see what's happening with you, beautiful pile number 3. All right, pile number 3, what's happening with you at this time? How can you tide past it? What lessons are you meant to learn at this time? What lessons are you meant to learn at this time? What is leaving your life? And what is coming in? Bottom deck energy, 2 of Pentacles. All right. I'm going to shuffle all the cards before I begin your reading. Oops. I don't know, pile number 3. I feel that for some of you, you want to speak. You want to let what is inside of you come out. But you don't. There's some sort of hesitation, I feel. And you know what? The feeling I'm getting right now is as though I am dying to say something out, which is very important to me, but I can't. But it's right here in my chest. That's the feeling I'm getting. Confidence is your key to success. Your hard work is paying off. Beautiful. Such lovely energy. I feel there's something that's sitting there for you to speak. I don't know why I'm getting this feeling. I'm sorry. If some of you need to say something to someone, if there's something that you need, go ahead and say it. And say it confidently. And if you make a mistake, it's okay. You're human. But if you don't say anything at all, you never know what's waiting for you. You just may lose out on a chance. Peaceful resolution. Yes. Have you had a falling out with someone and you're dying to tell them something, but you just feel it will be received the wrong way maybe? I don't know what this is, but you're dying to speak and you're holding yourself back. And it's all just collecting inside of you. And you're being told, don't stop. Go ahead. Go say it. I don't know whether your reading is about what I'm feeling right now, but you definitely need to speak what's on your mind. All right? Whatever be the outcome, just say it. You will free yourself, and chances are whoever you're going to speak to, they'll also feel relieved. There will be a peaceful resolution. Don't stop. Purpose. I know what I'm here to do. Surrender. Beautiful. Purples. You may be a very spiritual pile as well. Last but not the least, from the animal kingdom, let's see what our beautiful animal spirit guides have to say. You definitely know what you're here to do, and your hard work is paying off. Confidence is what you need, and surrender to the outcome. I think this has been a theme for all 3 piles. The need to surrender and trust the universe. Cat spirit, claim your independence. Wow. And pig spirit, use your mind wisely. 13 or 4 could be significant, and 47 or 11 could be significant. All right. Okay, my beautiful pile number threes. Let us begin. What's happening right now? You get the magician in reverse. Okay. You want to manifest something, but there's a block. You're not able to articulate your abracadabra easily. There's some blockage somewhere. You feel, you feel you don't have all the resources, but actually you do. The Two of Pentacles usually is depicted by a person trying to juggle two things. They're not in balance. But this is the infinity symbol, and it's in perfect balance. You've got everything that it takes to make your decision. It's just that you lack confidence. Confidence is the key to success. The magician has the pentacle, the sword, the cup, and the wand. So do you. But your confidence is lacking. And so you feel powerless, or you feel that it's not going to go all right. You know what you are meant to do. Your attitude towards your work is great. This may not resonate with everybody, but I feel you are in a collaboration, or you're working under somebody, or you're collaborating with somebody, and you want to go independent. But you feel you're not ready yet. And actually, you're completely ready, save for your confidence. And for some of you, I feel, okay, so if this is for some of you in this particular situation, if you are at work collaborating with someone, or working under someone, or you're in a business with somebody, maybe somebody you know very well, maybe you've been your friend, but now you want to go solo. You don't want to be a part of that. And it's killing you to tell the other person that, because you feel that you'll have a falling out, and you're being told it's going to be a peaceful resolution. Don't stop. Whatever it is you want, say it. That's why the chest was feeling so heavy. And for some of you, maybe you're living with your parents and you want to go out, or you're living, if you're in a marriage situation, you may be living with your in-laws and you want to move out. There is something that you want to do which involves other people, but you want to break free. And that's not to say that you're not invested in them, but you just want to go separate, and that is okay. But you're not able to speak out because you, in your mind, you have all these scenarios that are playing, and you also feel that you might take this decision and then it'll backfire, and then you'll be laughing stock. None of us are gods. None of us have all the answers, but we have to take a risk. And unless you take that risk, you will not know what's there on the other side. All right? By nature, I think you're a very balanced human being. And I feel from all the cards that I see, the only thing that you need to work on is your solar plexus chakra. You need to work on your confidence. Anyway, how do you tide past this energy? You get the Three of Cups in reverse. Yes, this is what I'm feeling. You need to break away from this situation. You are in collaboration with someone, or you are for some of you, maybe you are in a relationship and you feel there's a third party, but you don't know how to speak out your doubt or leave the place, or if you are the person who is actually in a relationship with someone, but now you actually feel that this is not working for you and there's someone else, and you need to speak your truth out. You've got to say it. You've got to say it. Whoever this, that's what I was getting, this feeling. It was so heavy in my chest that there's something you want to speak. See, every time you say something which is the truth, it might rub people the wrong way. But that's just temporary. After that, it'll liberate all of you. And just because that little time is going to be uncomfortable, we don't speak the truth. It is human nature because we don't want, because even when we're saying the truth that we want to move out from here, we want to leave separately, we have no bad blood, but we don't want the other person to take it badly. That is not in our hands. You be your most authentic, sincere self and say it like it is, without sugarcoating, but with kindness. And things will be fine, one way or the other. But don't keep it within you, because it's not serving anybody. What lesson are you learning at this time? The Lovers. Right in the center, another major arcana, all right? You've got to make that choice. And this is your opportunity. Did I get judgment for you? Yes, I did, I think. This is the time. You've got to make that call. You've got to make that decision. You've got to speak up. Believe in yourself. Believe in the universe. Say it as it is, from a place of authenticity, from a place of kindness, but by being firm. This is what I want. I'm sorry if it upsets you. That's not the intention. But more than anything, I need to do this for my own peace of mind. Thereafter, what happens, surrender it to the universe. But you need to claim your independence. And it's time. You've thought about it a lot. And in fact, you've come to this place of balance wherein you know without doubt what it is that you want. But the courage is failing you. And that is something that you need to build up. All right? That portion, even if I tell you it's going to be a peaceful resolution, it may not be exactly tailor-made in the way you envision it. But it will finally be for the good of all. And you got to worry about yourself. You can't keep, wondering about how everyone feels and keep killing yourself in the bargain and, suppressing your needs, your wants, your desires. This is something very, very important to you. And with the Judgment card here, it's time for you to do it. And the time is now. All right, what's leaving your life? 5 of Pentacles. Yes, you are feeling out of place wherever you are, whether it is in a relationship, whether it is in a partnership of any kind. Where you are, you don't fit in. And it's time for you to claim your independence. It's time for you to use your confidence. Say it. Whether anyone likes it or not, say it without sugarcoating. Your hard work is paying off. Keep your confidence with you. Everything will work out fine. There will be some discomfort. That's natural, but that's okay. It's not even going to be as bad as you envision it to be. What's coming into your life? Oh, this is so beautiful. The 8 of Swords in reverse. That will be the end of your overthinking, your sleepless nights. You're wondering how I'm going to get out of this situation. How I'm going to get out of this situation. I've been eating my words lately quite a lot. But this is it. This is the best thing you can do for yourself, pile number 3. This is it. You speak your truth. Believing in yourself, trusting the universe, surrendering the outcome, and your life is going to change so beautifully. You need to claim your independence. It's about time. You've used your mind wisely. You're not a brash person. With this an absolute balance, you're not a brash person. So give yourself some credit. You know what you want to do. You can see this very clearly. You've thought about it a lot. Now it's time for you to, with your confidence, express your desire. Branch away from wherever you are. Make that decision. Surrender the outcome. That'll be the end of your feeling out of place. That'll be the end of your overthinking. And when you make that decision, when you embrace that confidence, trust in yourself, your confidence will grow. And you're being told by the angels, just do it. You've decided already, but you're having second thoughts. Just do it. It's time. You saw the Judgment card. Sending you so much love and light. Wishing you all the very best, pile number 3. Go for it. Pile number 4, those of you who've chosen this beautiful clear quartz crystal, phantom quartz, and the tarot of the curious creatures, welcome to your reading. I feel you're a very intelligent lot, but you may have a tendency, in order to see all sides of a situation, you might overcomplicate. That's because you're very brilliant. You can see in, take in, figure out a lot more than most people can. But this could also be something, while it can work to your advantage when it's things that are tangible, it's got to do with your work. When it comes to your emotional side, it may be a little messy. I don't know, this is what I'm picking up. Let's see what the cards have to say. So, I saw the star card. That's beautiful. You are a star. You are meant for tremendous success. You are very hopeful, and there is a lot of hope for whatever it is that you've come here to the reading for. This is just an added message. And now, Spirit, for pile number 4, what is it that they're going through right now? What is pile number 4 going through right now? How can they tide past this situation? What lessons are they meant to learn? Okay. Wow. Okay. This one as well. What is leaving their life and what is coming in? Oh my Lord, wow. The Queen of Wands, I love that. Bottom of the deck energy is the 9 of Wands. What? Are you Leos out here? We have 2 lions out here already. Let me pull out all the cards before we begin your reading. All right, pile number 4. Spirit, advice for pile number 4. Okay. What is this? You've already got 2 cards here. Your hard work is paying off. What do you need to release? And bottom deck energy. This is the second time I'm seeing it. It's time to release negativity. This is the 3rd card you've got. The other piles just got 2. Angels have to say peaceful resolution. Oh my Lord, the last pile got the same card, and helpful people exactly in that same position. Success. I know that there is no greater goal than to love. And you have acceptance. I am learning to accept things that I cannot change. Okay. And last but not the least is advice from our spirit animals. You get the bat spirit, a rebirth is assured. Number 5 could be significant. And you get cow spirit, miracles are endless. Number 15 or 6 could be significant. Yes. Lovely. All right, pile number 4, let us begin. What is it that you're going through right now? Justice. Oh, I love that. For some of you, this could be about a legal case, actually. For some of you, this could be your marriage. For some of you, this could be about a situation which needs balance in your life. You are going through this. So for each of you, this is going to be different. All right? And for some things, there is this very delicate balance that you need to maintain, is what I feel. Let's look at the next card. How can the tide pass this energy, Spirit? You get the 3 of Swords in reverse. Okay. There is something for which you've been fighting for a long time. All right? And finally, this something that you've been waiting for, that you've been fighting for, it's come to this final point where the decision has to be made now. And whatever the decision is, it might lead to heartbreak for someone. But you're being told that you have to go through with it. You cannot get the justice that you want, or whatever situation that you want, you cannot have it without no one feeling the pain. Someone will feel the pain, and this is something that you've got to know and you've got to accept. There are some things that you cannot change. With this acceptance card here, I'm learning to accept the things that I cannot change. But just because it will cause pain does not mean that you cannot take the decision, or that you cannot go through with what you have to go through with. With this, it's time to release negativity. And what do you need to release? It's almost as though the question and answer. What do you need to release? And it's time to release negativity. There's something that's keeping you stuck out of guilt. And that you need to let go of. Because justice is something that you want. And justice is something, obviously when you're talking about justice, you're talking about 2 people or more than 2 people. And when you say justice, it should be, whether it appeals to all 3 of you or 4 of you or 2 of you or not, it should be fair. All right, now, say for example, there is an apple that has to be given to 2 people. You're supposed to give each person half. Maybe one person wanted 3/4. That doesn't matter. They can be sad about it. Justice says each person gets a half. Now in this case, so you can feel bad about it that I wanted the full apple, but you won't get it. Similarly, in life, when there is justice, if this is a marriage which is ending up in a divorce, it will cause pain. It will cause pain because you have at some point shared something with someone which was deep. And when you put an end to that, there will be heartbreak, there will be pain. And it's not just the other person, you will feel it too. But in the long run, if it's going to help, you've got to make that decision. Just staying stuck in something is not going to help. I'm just saying this as an example. This could be anything. This could be a job situation. This could be where you need to go. Something which is in very delicate balance right now. It needs to be dealt with. But whichever way you deal with it, there will be pain. And you have to go through with the pain to be able to get your success. And the only way that you can actually move past this is from your side, release the negativity. You can't do anything about the other side. You can only do from your side. So from your side, if there's any resentment, if there's any rancor, let it go. Forgive, get ready to move on, to wish the other party well, wish them all the happiness in the world, and you get ready to live your best life as well. That is the only way forward. What lessons are you learning at this time? The Six of Cups. Beautiful. I feel for a lot of you, this could be a theme that has been plaguing you since childhood. That someone who's so close to you, who means the world to you, how can you let them go? How can you part ways with them? For some of you, maybe you have been in, maybe your parents have moved away from each other. Doesn't have to be, but it could be. Maybe that is a theme. Or you just had these, you felt very bad during separations. If you moved away from your friend, or your friend went to some, just they changed friends or something. These are things you felt very deeply. And this is again a lesson that you need to learn, that it's not personal. And just because you're parting ways does not mean that you need to have negative feelings for the other person. You need to feel angry with them. It could, it could happen, but it's supposed to pass. You're supposed to finally understand it and move past it. You can go separate ways. You can live separate lives without having ill will for the other person. And that is what you're being taught. That some people are not meant to live with us for their entire lifetime. They're there to teach us something and move on. And in turn, they learn something from us and they move on. And if you are here at this crossroads, and I think you've been really working towards this situation for some time, this is something you wanted, but now that it's here, you're getting upset about it because you don't want the other person to feel pain. You don't want to feel the pain yourself. And if this is a marriage situation and if there are kids involved, then it's all the more complicated. But just know that after this period of sorrow, maybe, hurt, maybe, things will improve. But right now, you're being told to stop being so attached, in the sense that learn a certain level of detachment. No one's meant to stay with you forever. You came alone, you're going to go alone from this planet. And there will be many endings, many separations, but there'll also be many beginnings, and there'll be new people that you meet, and there'll be unions and reunions as well. So put things in perspective. Right now, your rebirth is waiting for you. Transformation, death card energy. This has to happen, for which something has to go. But the way you can make it better for them and for you is to release the negativity that's attached to it. Whatever the situation is, all right. I'm giving an example of marriage. It's the easiest, and it's the first one that's coming to my mind, but it could be any situation for you. What is leaving your life at this time? And you get the Empress. Yeah. For a lot of you, I feel this is a spouse. It is a marriage situation. I'd be surprised if it is something else, actually. And I think there is a child involved, which is why it's becoming so painful. And this person may have been your spouse for a very long time. And though it says Empress, this could be anyone. I mean, it's not gender-wise, but yes, this is a marriage. There was a child involved. And it's coming to an end. And it's very painful for all parties. And you're questioning yourself whether this is the right thing to do. But it is. If the best thing would be for the marriage to carry on, wherein both the spouses are happy and a child grows in an environment which is full of love and safe for the child to grow. But if that's not happening, if things are difficult, if the energies are this, where walls are up and teeth are out, then the child is never going to be secure in that environment. And then the better decision is to actually move separate ways without rancor, releasing the negativity, co-parenting despite the separation, and try and make the transition as smooth as possible for the child, and respecting one another during this entire process. But I do feel that it is the spouse that's going, This, you could use this for a partnership wherein there is a pet project you've had with someone, you were collaborating, you were partners in business, and now that one partner is going. Again, release the negativity. Maybe you had something, it was really beautiful what you had, and you had to split it. Maybe a lot that you had to split. Maybe there were a lot of losses incurred, but you've got to do that. Sometimes there has to be some loss and some pain before you get, benefits in the future. There is success coming in one way or the other. But for that, you have to endure what you have to endure. All right? What's coming into your life? The Queen of Wands. Irrespective of your gender, this is who you're going to be. You're going to be in your power, intuitive, attractive, magnetic. Oh my Lord, just look how impressive this lioness looks. So impressive. This is who you are going to be. All right, because you've made a difficult decision, but you've made it with generosity, you've made it with dignity, you've made it with mutual respect, and now you are being reborn into this beautiful, powerful person with integrity. All right, and you will meet a lot of success. Your hard work is paying off. Whatever it is that you're investing into, whether it's another relationship, whether it is your work, whether it is all of that together, there will be a peaceful resolution. No matter what this breakup is about, you will finally part ways because you have done the work, and you will be inspirational to the other person because you will show your generous spirit, be very dignified, give the other person respect, part ways, especially if there's a child involved. It's all the more a reason that you've got to be very patient. And just as soon as you do that, there's going to be a rebirth for you, and you will find yourself here feeling very good about yourself. And just know that this universe teaches you lessons. It's a lesson for you, it's a lesson for whoever the person was in your life. It's a lesson for everyone, but the miracles are endless. So it's not as though you're going to be in this pain forever. Neither are they, nor are the children, if there are any involved. Everything's going to be fine. And with helpful people, what I feel is that when you're feeling down in the dumps, when you're feeling sad, reach out to people, allow them to see your vulnerable side. All right? And there are no rules if you're parting ways with a partner or with a spouse or whatever it is. You don't have to, just because things didn't work out, you don't have to be, now so hard-hearted. If you want to help, reach out, help them. If you want help, you can speak to them. It's okay. Finally, you have spent, some time with this person, so they do mean something to you. So you don't have to spoil that when you move. All right? But this was meant to happen. It is going to happen. And trust yourself. Just be very kind to yourself. When you are, very kind to yourself and show yourself unconditional love, then you will have it within you to offer the same to the other person. Difficult times, I'm sending you a big hug, pile number 4. You're very intelligent people, but now you're going to get in touch with your heart and your generosity, and people around you are going to see that. I love this. You're wonderful people. Don't let anyone make you feel otherwise. Sending you so much love and light. Bye-bye.